Hi, everyone. My name is Nick Kogelman. I'm excited to share with you a little bit about why I find Zion to be such a great place, and why my wife and I and our family have been involved for so long. Um, I think it may sound cliche to say, but what Zion means to me is the people. And I think those are really kind of there's probably two big categories of things that made us feel like Zion was our church home. The first biggest one of that is the people, both um, all of you as members of the congregation that have welcomed us and made us feel so a part of a community, as well as all the members of staff and volunteers, and everybody has shown up with such a great attitude and willingness to want to work together and be a part of this, incredible church family that we have. I think the other big part of it as well is the ideology and the theology that we have embraced. I think Zion has been willing to embrace everyone and all people, and has really embraced that aspect of Lutheranism and Lutheran theology, and has been willing to do that where other churches may not have. And I think that's been something that's been really important to me growing up in my life, as a lifelong ELCA Lutheran. These conversations about how we welcome people, who's allowed to lead, who's allowed to show up, who's allowed to feel welcome, who we bring intentionality to. I was raised with the belief that everybody is welcome, everybody has an equal capacity, ability, and should be brought into the church family as equals. And so I think Zion's, not only Zion's people, but Zion's theology and calling from that aspect is present, and that's something that is a definite need and requirement for myself, and I would say for our family as well. And so we think about why we chose Zion and why we've been involved for so long. That's really been it, has been to have a church family and home that we felt like is both ours and has accepted us, but that we could also add and grow along with. And I think that's something that's been transformational in the church for our family. I started attending Zion in 2011 when I first moved to Ann Arbor. I was a young 21, 22-year-old at the time. And I think from those very early days was welcome to help have a perspective on what our church could and should be. And so that's led to being involved in a lot of different programs. I've been on church council for many years. I won't even try to count at this point, in a couple of different stints, as member of large and currently as vice president of church council. I served on Pastor Jim's call committee, which was a phenomenal experience that obviously ended in a great result. I worked on the first vision committee before the most recent strategic planning committee. My wife and I have also helped out with youth ministry at different times, and so we've been very intentional about trying to be involved in as many different ways as we can and try to give back to this community that's meant so much to us and has been willing to give us an opportunity to lead and be involved and be active in so many different ways. And so I would say, to anybody listening that is considering being involved or isn't quite sure, reach out, talk to somebody, talk to me, talk to anybody that you've seen do any of these videos, or a member of staff or our pastors. There are ways to be involved in big and small ways, and there are ways to create your own path too. I think there's been phenomenal people that have stepped up and have had a super interest in a particular area, or want to use a specific skill that they have, or passion or creativity, and people have run with that. And I think we've been very good about supporting that. And so whether it's something that you see that you love that somebody's already doing, whether it's something that you think that you could be better, something that we're not doing, a dream that you have, or just you want to start getting to know more and more people, reach out, find somebody. And I'm sure that you'll find that everybody's very excited and willing to embrace you, and we'll be grateful for the help, and you'll make friends along the way. I know we certainly have. So Overall, Zion just a phenomenal place to be. Not afraid to grow, not afraid to change, and just accepting to all people. That's what it means to be a part of Zion to me.